Here we are again, unapologetically significant.
And how?
And how? We're your hosts, Shelley Marie.
Yep, that's me.
And me, Rich. Welcome. Thanks for tuning in for another exciting, informational, exhilarating, wow, that makes you say, So,
that might be copyright infringement. I think we might have to I don't
rewind.
take it back.
Rewind.
Yeah.
We didn't use the finger, so.
Oh, yeah. But it will make you think.
Yes.
And it will make you go, because that's what we do.
Yeah. Stimulation of thought.
Absolutely.
That's what we're all about.
Love it. I love it.
So what are we going to be talking about today to stimulate this thought?
Conversation? Okay. So I think we're gonna roll into it. So fasten your seatbelt and keep your legs and arms in at all times, okay? Because I really am going through something, and this is just life changes. I don't know if I'm having a midlife crisis or what or if it's the change for those women out there that are feeling my hot flashes and my pain, but
or the guys that are going through it.
Y'all going through it too. You're right. But more of are we functioning or are we healthy? Are we just are we just surviving? Are we just making it to Friday? Or we touched on that a couple weeks ago. But seriously, our bodies, we're doing a lot, and there's a lot of push to be healthy. There's a lot to push to YOLO it and do whatever you want because you only live once. Which is actually not true. We live every day. We only die once. So let's get that right. But seriously, are we functioning or are we healthy? That's going to be the topic of today.
Well, I'm ready to dive into that. Are we healthy or are we functioning?
How do you know the difference? I think today a lot of things out there, they speak to us, functioning, be highly functioning. It could be our diet. It could be our exercise. It could be drinking. It could be whatever.
How about where a lot of people start? Multivitamins.
It's multivitamins.
Oh, I'm taking multivitamins. I'm healthy.
Yeah.
Are you?
I eat vegetables every day.
So the thing is, when it comes to multivitamins, you look on the back of it and you see the RDA, the recommended daily allowance. And a lot of people think as long as they're 100s on there or slightly over 100, everything's good.
Yeah. That's a participation credit.
Yeah.
So we're clear.
Really. Because when you understand the RDA, which is simply giving you the minimal amount of nutrients to stay alive.
To function.
Bingo. To function. So that's not getting you healthy. You just hopefully will continue to operate on a very low level.
Right.
And that's a big problem.
That is.
Because go ahead.
No, I was going to say it's like when you're in school, and I know most of us have been in school or have kids that are in school, but it's like that pay your fee and get a C. We just want to pass the class. We just want to pass, and we want to get on to the no child left behind syndrome. Right. But that is not leading for a healthy lifestyle. Period. It's not efficient or sufficient to pay your fee and get a C when it comes to your health. This is it. Do you really want to be a C student of life? And the recommended daily amounts are, to me, it's more like a D.
Oh, yeah.
You barely hanging on, but because you
D minus.
Right. Because you eat a salad twice a week, you think you're healthy or nothing's falling off right now. You know what I mean? We're told that we're healthy, but you tell me.
You're not. Because when it comes to your health and wanting to be healthy, I like to use this phrase: test, don't guess.
Oof.
Because if you're just guessing, I feel good today and I had my salad yesterday. So, and I took a walk around the block for the first time in a month. I feel good. I'm healthy. Don't guess. Get test it
Mm-hmm.
and get a real test.
Meaning blood work.
Blood work. Get your blood work done. Get the full panel. Bite the bullet. Get the full panel done and see where you're starting from.
Mm-hmm.
Are you starting from that D minus?
Mm-hmm.
Are you a C student? Where are you at? And a blood test will tell you if you get a complete one. Full panel, everything, get the micronutrients run, you get C-reactive protein, the vitamin D, the whole mineral thing, metabolic, the whole thing, get it all done. You know, all those little boxes that are on that form, check them all and get it done. Your doctor will check those for you. And when you get that, you'll have a starting point because we're all going to be at different places on the scale. And that's okay. But it's not okay to not know where you're at because the clock is ticking. You're either going to be ticking on the good side or the bad side. So wouldn't it be best to know before something falls apart? Now you got whatever going when you could have prevented it a long time ago.
Absolutely. I think that's key, but and all majority of us have benefits, right? Do we use
Hmm.
them? No, we just complain about the copay
Yeah.
every pay period. Like, damn, they done took another $200,
Right.
and you're not even using it. Like, what's the point? Like,
Right.
either opt out of them or actually use it. But if you're going to be around and you plan to be around, you have to have a benchmark somewhere. To Rich's point, you're going to be across the spectrum as far as, somebody's going to be an A, somebody's going to be a D, but there's always going to be something that we could work on to make it better. And there's just a lot of make believe or assumptions out there that we don't even understand, or we just it's the society thinking, or we're osmosis of just sucking up this information of what things should be like. Example, I don't even know how much it took me. I do know, but it took me a while to figure out how much vitamin C I needed.
Hmm.
I also fell for, I can speak from a place of being um a in the holistic world for so long, and teetering on the side of um catering and all that good stuff, and also having an understanding of nutrition, holistic Ayurvedic nutrition, and being a herbalist. Rich can come from a point where he's coming from Ayurvedic medicine. He's an actual practitioner. He's the jack of all trades. He's a ordained minister. He's my BFF. He's my ride or die. Like, he's all the things. But back to my point, it's like we can speak to this, and we want to share this information with you, but you really have to do the homework yourself and get the testing. Like, again, how much vitamin C should you have? We've heard this water. How much water should you drink? Is it you times your weight and divide it by 2? Is it this? Everybody's going to be slightly different.
Right.
And my favorite is, I, for the longest time, thought a glass of wine a day is healthy. Okay? I'm her. Because that's what the doctor said, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Get that red blood cell count.
yeah, I'm like, it's fruit, it's grapes, the tannins, it make you feel good, right?
Right.
Well, it does make you feel good.
Yeah, it does.
But what's up with that?
Well, when it comes to alcohol, I think people really need to understand what alcohol does because it's socially acceptable, and people will drink varying amounts of it. And you get that feel good. And, some people, I function better if I have a glass or
Mm,
so of wine or some beer or whatever. Why is that? Why are you feeling better, loose, more
mhm,
relaxed? Stress is gone. Anxiety is gone. Why is that? It's because when you drink alcohol and alcohol gets into your blood system, blood goes up to the brain. So the gut brain barrier,
mhm,
blood flow, the alcohol will flow past that in your blood. And it reaches this thing called the frontal cortex, is right up
right
here.
up here.
And the frontal cortex is connected to a part of the brain that does a lot of decision making.
Mm,
So when that alcohol hits that, it kind of numbs it, so to speak.
mm,
And so you get much more relaxed. And now when it comes to making decisions, you may not always make the best decisions because it's not functioning properly. You're kind of putting it to sleep, is really what
So
you're
you're
doing.
numbing it.
You're numbing it. And so you have a tendency to make bad decisions
Mm.
or not as good decisions as you would have made. Okay. People, oh, wow, when they get, this person gets, a little tipsy, boy, they just talk, talk, talk.
Mhm.
Well, that's the Y in the road that the guard is now missing. So you can go either way.
So it's more of that impulsive
Yep. Yep.
because
You don't have control. You've
right.
just started to lose control.
When you start telling the truth. No, seriously though, that filter
Yep.
comes down and you're just a little bit more free to say XYZ, that
Mhm.
impulse to tell your version of the truth or whatever comes to mind.
Right. Right. Right.
Hmm. Interesting.
So so you have it affecting the brain. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And this you can look up. You can Google a brain on alcohol and a brain of someone who has Alzheimer's.
Uh-oh.
They look almost the same. So if you've been drinking for a while, it starts creating these holes in your frontal cortex. And we all know about Alzheimer's and dementia
Mm-hmm.
and the forgetfulness and not knowing who someone is. All those decision making things they can't function because you have holes in your structure. Look it up. It's an eye opening picture.
Wow.
Look up at images and you'll see them. And it's a stark contrast between the two, and it's almost indistinguishable.
Hmm.
So now, of course, that takes time,
Right.
but the clock is ticking. And so you got to be aware that what you're doing to yourself. Now, that's just the brain. Now, we've
So there's other, I mean, we got your liver, you
you
got
got
your
the
kidneys, you got
kidneys.
your stomach, you have all of these other organs
Yep.
that
Yep.
are, I'm sure, being impacted. And look, we drink. Okay. We're not oblivious to this and we're not, drink shaming you. You do what you want to do. We're just informing. And a lot of this is education for me too, because Lord knows, y'all know I love my little, my drink of choice, my beverage. And this is tea. It's always been tea. But, it's like knowing it, understanding the behavior behind it.
Right.
It's a social thing. I'm a social drinker. I think a lot of people are. And then it becomes a habit. Like, I'm just
Hmm.
gonna have this because the doctor told me, okay, Good Morning America said that I can have a glass of wine a day, so this is what I'm doing.
Hmm.
Now that I understand, okay, well, maybe I might need to revisit this and do my research. Like we have down here in the YouTube world, we have a lot of notes to share that we will recap at some point. But there's a lot of studies, and I am a very knowledge-based person. I need to know the facts, right? Because for years we have been told and sold all of these things. And now we like these things. We're holding on to these things. And the holidays are coming up and my birthday's coming up. And, we cheers, we celebrate.
Right.
If it's
Right.
food or alcohol or smoking or people or whatever it is,
Hmm.
there's
Hmm.
always going to be a yin and a yang. But when it comes to this particular item, it doesn't sound like there's much yin or yang.
It really isn't.
It's just
It
jacked
really
up.
is. It's jacked up. There was a study done by the University of Oxford,
Mm,
pretty prestigious university, one of the top universities in the world. And they have determined that alcohol directly damages your DNA. DNA, the building blocks of who you are, it damages that. There's these little guys in there called telomeres.
oh, yeah.
And what alcohol does is shorten them. You don't want them shortened because when they lose the little ends,
So you think about it like your shoelaces, they have that little plastic part on the outside of it to make sure they don't fray and go everywhere.
mhm,
That's what the telomere
yep,
is
yep,
inside your body.
yep, yep. That's a great example. And when you drink alcohol, it damages them. So they get shorter and shorter and shorter. And they are considered one of the main things in terms of longevity of life. So
Yikes.
you want them long, not short, but alcohol will shorten them.
Mm.
So that's just one thing that goes on. Um, the tie-in to cancer, there's countless studies that say alcohol is related to all types of cancers. No, yeah. My father, who died of pancreatic cancer, was an alcoholic. And the doctor told him for years, you got to stop drinking because you're destroying your pancreas. And pretty soon you open Pandora's box to cancer. And the guy was 52 years old when he died.
Wow.
65 pounds. That was it. That's all he weighed when he died. But the alcohol that gets in there, and this is just my opinion. Um, years ago, you go back and free radicals were the big things. Everybody talking about free
You
radicals.
hardly ever
Oh,
hear it
those,
anymore.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Oh, these things are terrible. Oh, you can't have them floating in the body. They do this and that. Everything bad they do. So you need to take these other things, and vitamin C was one of them. Help scavenge these free radicals. Well, all of a sudden that went quiet,
Mhm.
and nobody talked about it anymore. So people forgot about it. That OH molecule that's on alcohol, that free radical.
Wow.
So you drink and you put these free radicals directly in your body, and you're not, it's just a matter of time, tick tock,
Mhm.
before something happens.
Wow. I am almost speechless, you know, because we just don't know. You don't know what you don't know, right?
Right.
We believe a lot of things that are being said. And to your earlier point, it's a social thing. That's how
Hmm.
we communicate. That's how we celebrate. That's how we express our emotions. And it's now like finding out, okay, damage is done. Okay, now you know. Now what do you do about it?
Right. Right.
No, that's my question. What do you do about it? Like how do we come back from it? And I know no one's I'll speak for myself. I'm not good at cold turkey. I'm like a
Hmm.
gradual person. Like, okay, I'm just gonna, just one a day or one a week, one a month
Hmm.
down. Then I get down to zero and I feel great about life. So if what would be your suggestion besides know the facts, get your blood work, see what's really going on?
Right.
What would you
Right.
suggest when you've been an avid drinker all your adult life?
Um, I think that definitely, as you said, you've got to know where you are. Because guess what? If you get a blood test, they're going to run your liver enzymes.
Hmm.
Liver enzymes going to tell you a whole lot about where your body is in relationship to your alcohol intake. But let's just say that you're an occasional drinker. So the liver enzymes may not fluctuate as much as it would in someone who drinks regularly. Okay. I would suggest that, like she said, find out what that number is. And you have to, I think it's a dual thing. You've got to, at some point in time, you've got to decide, do I want to be healthy or not? That's number one. Because if you just want to play around with it, it is not going to work. And do you need to be motivated? Like I was motivated watching my father
Or what?
go down to
Mhm.
60 pounds. You see something like that, you're motivated. It shouldn't take that though. But I never drank. So when he went, it certainly wasn't going to start after he went. So I think you need the why. You need the why. Um, you need to be honest with yourself and say, do I want to be healthy? And if that answer is yes, I want to get healthier. Then if you're drinking alcohol, what's the frequency? Because if you go, the hardcore thing is, the World Health Organization says no amount safe. None. Don't put those
Are
free
you
radicals.
serious?
Yep. None. Not even one drink. Because those free
Wow.
radicals are going in there and they're affecting something in your body. And it can play out in anything. It doesn't necessarily have to be in the mind. It can be kidney, can be spleen, can be gallbladder. Where is the effect going to be felt?
Mhm.
And you don't know.
It's Russian roulette.
Yeah, that's basically what it is.
Mhm.
And so you have to cut back, number one. You just got to cut back. So, if you're a beer drinker, and I gotta have beer every day. let's go to just skip a day, once a week, and then gradually work your way down. Next week, skip 2 days. And what you're going to find out is you're going to start feeling different, especially when you get up to like 3 days. If you miss 3 days, your body's going to feel different. Why is your body feeling different? Because you're not drinking alcohol.
Mhm. You're probably going through slightly baby withdrawals, first of
Yeah,
all,
you're being
and you're
detoxed.
being detoxed, and there's a lot of sugar and alcohol,
Lots.
lots.
Yep. Yep.
So that's a whole nother topic that we'll save for next go around.
Yeah. Yeah.
But there's a lot of sugar, free radicals, and that, and now your body's detoxing and it's spazzing out
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah. So detoxes, you put some more back in there. I mean, it's like a drug.
It is.
Yeah, basically, it's a drug. I don't know. Now I feel good. Oh, okay, everything's back. I go back to these 3 days. Oh, your body. Oh, my stomach is bothering me. I got these aches. What's in my head? I got this light headache. What's going on? You're being detoxed. And guess what? It's not just alcohol. I have a close friend of mine drinks soda every single day.
Mm.
Every single day. And finally, he decided, "Oh, I need to get off this stuff." He read all the things, how bad it is for you. Um, and he went cold turkey. He went off. He was out of work for 4 days.
Wow.
Nauseous, headaches, cramps
Yep.
from soda.
Yeah.
From
It's the
soda.
sugar. Sugar
Yeah.
is like heroin.
Yeah.
It has that same mechanism in the brain. It impacts it the same way. So if you're saying one of those people, I'll never do these kind of hardcore drugs, I'll never do that. Hello,
Yeah.
you're doing it. You're doing it.
Yeah,
And then
exactly.
it comes down to the point where, it's going to catch up with you. It's going to
Hmm.
catch up with me. I drank a lot. Let me tell you, and I'm just going to go ahead and put my family's business out there. When I was younger, my dad used to watch Johnny Carson, right? And I was a daddy's girl. So he would ask me to pour his Coors beer. And if I poured it wrong, y'all already know beer drinkers, it foams up. So I had to drink the foam off the top. He's like, you did that. You go ahead. And it wasn't child abuse. I think he was just being different country dad, right? So I grew up loving beer.
Hmm.
And then I grew up loving bourbon and whiskey. And then I got fancy and started liking wine. And I started doing so I've done a lot of things to my body. I'm a cutter. You know what I mean? Like literally, I'm doing it to myself. But now knowing, it's like G.I. Joe, knowing is half the battle. Now, what are you going to do with that information? Again, we're not trying to guilt you into anything. We want you to make a healthy choice. If you're saying, Shelly, Rich, I want to be the best me I can be, but I'm going to have this shot of tequila in this 40. And we gonna look at you like you're not really there yet. Like
Right,
you can
right.
come to the party, but you're not coming to the cookout.
Yeah.
So it's like you have to take some ownership in it and just say, okay, I messed up. Okay, I got the speeding ticket. Okay,
Mhm.
I got this DUI. Okay, I had the soda problem. Like it's sugar. It's anything bad. We're not just right now. We're kind of zooming in on alcohol because I mentioned it, but it's bigger than that.
Yeah.
It's about you. How much do you want to function versus be healthy?
Right.
And if you want to choose to be healthy, there are some things that you are going to have to reevaluate and decide
Mhm.
if this is something you really want to do. If you want to be this type of person or you be that, there's no bad, right?
Right.
I don't have to take your ass to the hospital and get dialysis. That's on you, right?
Right.
Or
Right.
we will be here if you choose different.
Mhm.
Okay. Or if I decide, you know what, I'm just going to just have this one thing. If it's this donut, y'all know how I feel about Bosa's donuts, the chocolate ice, they sprinkle something on it. But it's like, you're going to fall back. You're going to
Mhm.
have that moment where you're at somebody's birthday party and you're going to have that one drink that turns into three. It happens to me every freaking time. Or you'll be around a group of people that will basically bully you into drinking because you're like, oh, I'm not drinking. I've made up so many stories about why I'm not drinking just to get out of situations, which is a whole nother
Yeah.
topic
Yeah.
about it's a circle of friends that you're in.
Now, see, I'm so hardcore.
You are.
People ask me, "Oh, well, don't you drink?" I go, "No, my father died of pancreatic cancer
Yeah, he
because he
tells
was
me.
an alcoholic, so I don't drink." And they're like, "Oh, okay, but why should I have to go to that
Right.
degree?"
Yeah. It's a boundary thing. It's
Yeah,
people in, and they, again, society says you gotta drink.
yeah,
You're celebrating, you gotta drink. You're sad, you gotta drink. It's like your baby won something, gotta drink.
yeah.
It's a baby thing. It's like it's such a normalized
Mhm.
behavior. It,
Happy hour.
it's
Oh
happy
my God, I
hour.
got to go to happy hour because I don't
Yes.
have to pay as much.
Oh, because
Well, you can't keep the lights on in your house, but you go to happy hour.
right.
I mean,
Let's
come
talk
on.
about that. Like, what are we doing here?
Yeah, yeah.
I know a lot of people that will forget a holiday, right? If it's
Hmm.
Mother's Day or a birthday, I had a girlfriend, she was so devastated that her husband didn't get her something special for her day, but he would made plans and flew across the country to get this not country. Yeah, he flew across the US to
Hmm.
go to this distillery and have this whole whiskey experience. It's like you did that for alcohol, but you couldn't get your baby mama XYZ? Like,
Mm, mm,
where is your focus at?
right.
So if it's impacting your decision, if it's alcohol, drugs, sex, work, whatever, if it's impacting your relationship, and I'm even go here a little bit further, it's got to go.
Yeah.
I remember when my husband Tyree put my business out there again. He's a basketball coach. He's obsessed with basketball,
Hmm.
but he was doing it all the time. And I was like, where's my time? Like it's
Hmm.
cutting into my time. Like we got to figure out something. So we had to reevaluate that, but it made me feel kind of petty because I was jealous of this basketball where your spouse might be jealous of the fact that you're spending all this time figuring out where the next happy hour is or where
Hmm.
the this. Like
Hmm.
we have to like really put things in perspective and think about our health is first and foremost, but then how it's impacting our environment, our household, our family, our
Hmm.
job.
You really got to get out of your own head. Because, because if you were to get out of your own head, you would see what happens to people around you. You all know somebody that's got a DUI. You all know somebody that's sick and suffering in
Mhm.
silence. You've got, oh, well, they just have a few aches. They only taking a few pills and well, they're suffering. They're sick. They're not healthy. We all know people like that, but we all think, "Oh, it's not me.
Yeah.
I won't get there." Yes, you will.
Yeah.
Why? What makes you so special that you won't get there? Human body works the same way. You feed it garbage, guess what? It's going to break down.
Garbage in
Eventually.
and garbage out.
That's it.
Hmm.
That's it.
I think it's again, it's a normalized thing.
Hmm.
It's just normalized, like, oh yeah, this is gonna happen. It's just a
Right.
matter of time. It happened to
Right.
my dad. It happened to his dad. Like, okay, at what point are we gonna quit with the excuses? And I'm preaching to myself right now. Like, at what point is me waking up at 5 in the morning to work out? When is it gonna be important? If that's
Hmm.
the only time I can get it in, when is it gonna be important?
Right.
So it again goes back to the previous podcast episodes that we talked about self-worth,
Hmm.
about
Hmm.
values,
Yep.
about boundaries,
Yep.
about putting yourself in a circle, watch your
Yep. Yeah.
friends, and
Being accountable to
being
yourself.
accountable to yourself and having an accountability partner that can
Hmm.
bounce it off. If you truly want to make a change, regardless of what it is, you're going to have to call it out,
Yep.
and then figure out how you're going to make it happen. And then on those days where you do not want to do it anymore, if it's a leg day, if it's 2 shots of tequila, whatever that is, what are you going to do when you're like, nah, I'm not going to do it, or
Hmm. Hmm.
I'm going to give up, I'm going
Yep.
to give in for that day.
Yep.
And to Rich's point earlier, it's just one day at a time.
Yep. One
That's
day.
it.
A to
Today,
B.
A to B. Just we're not worried about the rest of the alphabet, okay? Just in this moment, today, I can promise you I'm not going to do it.
Hmm.
Tomorrow, I got another day to make another decision.
That's right.
And all of those little days, they add up.
They do. They do. You are important. And you've got to realize that.
Hmm.
And you got to take it to heart and say, you know, it's time I stop doing some things, change some things so that I can be healthy and I can be better. When you get a cold or you get a virus or something, don't you just hate it?
Yeah.
Don't you just hate it?
my nose from blowing all the
Oh
time.
yeah.
Oh,
Oh my God. It's just disgusting and it's terrible. There are people that's where you're headed to a full-time cold. Is that what you
mhm.
want? Or do you want to start backing that up so that you can be healthy, so that you can be around people? Oh, I was around a bunch of kids. That's why I got sick. No, you got sick because your immune system's
Yeah,
weak.
you got a compromised immune system. Holler at me about that. Sorry.
I was talking about you. Really.
ABC, always be closing.
But no, that's the thing. The immune system. You hear all about the gut biome, and how important that stuff is, and you just gloss over it. Stop glossing over it
Mhm.
and make it a priority because being sick sucks. It really does. And do you have to go in for an operation? Do you have to be a life-threatening thing before the light comes on? Or do you want to let society and friends continue to influence you and run your life in a negative way?
Mhm. The question's out there. Things that make you go,
Hmm.
hmm.
So, the takeaway for today.
Takeaway is get up and do something. Make a
Yep.
different choice,
Yep.
one day at a time. So
That's it.
we're going to close with just one day. Just choose to not have a soda one day,
Hmm.
not have the drink. Right now, we're talking about beverages.
Hmm.
Okay. And we will continue the series on, are we functioning or are we healthy? Your options. And we need to figure that out. But just one day at a time, one
Yep.
drink at a time, one soda at a time.
Hmm. And you'll get there. And with that, we want to thank you for tuning in to us.
Yes.
Like us, subscribe, hit us up with any questions, comments that you have. We do appreciate it. And we'll try to address those as best we can.
Mhm.
Again, this is just real talk right
Mhm.
here. That's what it is. And we do all this because we care.
We do.
We care about ourselves. We care about you. And we're just, sharing some of our experiences, our knowledge. Heaven knows we got so much knowledge here. We want to give back. Want to give back. We've had our ups and downs, but we're learning how to stay up more than down.
Mhm. And a lot of it is talking it out. So
Hmm.
a lot of this is conversation and therapy that we're having in front of all of you guys.
Hmm.
And it is the truth telling that makes this more approachable and realistic. Like, how do we deal with it? Go through our withdrawals of whatever
Hmm.
it is. We go
Hmm.
through our ebbs and flows of life, and we're just sharing because you're not alone.
Right.
It's it's happened across the board, and we just want to build this community where you feel safe, you feel loved, you feel heard. So with that being said, please drop a comment. We would love to hear your thoughts. We have a ton of resources, and we're not gonna, go through them all right now. That'll be a whole nother 30 minutes. And we ain't got time like that, nor do you. So just when you're willing and when you're able, definitely reach out, give us a thumbs up, thumbs down, or a comment of some sort, and
Yeah.
we'll reach out to you.
So,
All right. Toodles.
peace.